Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, Childhood Finds. Thank you for joining me for part 2 of this What Sold video of what is my take-home paycheck for the week from eBay. Just a reminder, if you haven't watched part 1, I will link that down in the description so that you can go back and watch it if you haven't already. And we're going to get right into it. At the very end, I will go over the total profit and how much I made this week. So let's get started. First one we're going to start with is a Disney Pixar Cars Piston Cup Race 5-pack with First Look Racer 2018. Had lots of box damage, was not in very good condition on the box front. And I just ended up accepting a best offer for $19. This was listed a couple days. And my order earnings was $14.97. I paid $5 for this, so I did definitely pay up a little too much for it, but it sold really quickly. So it's and my profit was $9.97. Just a reminder on this video, when I say order earnings, that is how much eBay paid me after fees, promoted listings, everything. And then I'm telling you how much I paid for the item, and then at the end I'll go over shipping supplies as a deduction. Then this one we have a Vara or the Child, yeah it is Or the Child, of Adoption Meadow and Lee series Hearst & Co. And this did sell for full asking price of $24.95. This has been listed quite a long time, probably at least 6 to 10 months. And my order earnings was $20.26. I picked this up at an estate sale for $1. So I made $19.26 on this item. This one I ended up taking, so I'm taking a ton of offer, guys. That's why a lot of my profit is less than I typically aim for on items, because I'm just taking a bunch of offers to try and make room for the new sourcing season and to get things moving. So this is an intricate brass floral octagon oval vertical stand-up easel back frame, no glass. I just took a best offer of $18. The order earnings was $12.98. We paid $1 for this at an estate sale, so I made $11.98 on this sale. This I got in an online auction lot of 3 belt buckles. I showed you one in the previous video that sold for quite a bit more, so it makes up for the high cost on this item. And this one so this sold for a best offer of $20, and my order earnings was $15.37, and I paid $10 for this. But remember, I've sold 2 other buckles, one for $85 and one for $100. And so my profit was $5.37, and it's a handmade belt buckle with eagle design, bullhorn ? Signed RH, one of a kind. I didn't really know how to describe or what to do with this buckle, but I was sure gonna list it to make some extra money on this lot. So I made a tiny bit of profit, but luckily my other buckles made a lot of the profit. This is a Barbie School Cool Doll with plastic backpack carry tote from 2000, and I took a best offer of $21. Order earnings was $16.01. I paid $1, roughly $1 or less for this at a yard sale, and made $15.01. This guy I've had for quite a while. It's probably 6+ months, which tends to be the case with a lot of brass items, but I still pick them up. And this is a vintage poodle figurine, solid brass, metal dog paperweight. I took a best offer of $10 for this. My order earnings was $7.31. Paid $1 for this at a yard sale and made $6.31. These have been listed just a couple months, and they're Red Heart TLC Baby Yarn Powder Pink Sparkle 2 skeins. And it sold for the full asking of $22.95. My order earnings was $17.80. I paid $2, $1 each at a thrift store, and made $15.80. This is another one, and so I thought the same buyer bought this, and I looked and there were different usernames, and then once I went to go and ship, they actually had the same address. So I didn't combine shipping like I normally did because they were 2 separate accounts, and I don't know. I probably should have contacted them earlier and, went in and investigated, but I could have contacted them and seen if they wanted to refund and repurchase on the other one. I don't know. I could have combined them 100%, but because they're separate accounts, I felt a little weird about that. I've never had that happen, and they were purchased within 2 minutes of each other. So that was odd. but it's a Red Heart TLC Baby Yarn Powder Pink Sparkle 1 skein, and it sold for the $10.95. My order earnings was $9.33. Paid $1 for this one as well, so I made $8.33. This I've had listed for at least a year, and it's a pre-Columbian art and later Indian tribal arts printed West Germany vintage. Sold for the best offer of $14.95. My order earnings was $11.26. I paid $2.99, so too much for this at a thrift store, and made $8.27. This is a vintage solid brass belt buckle star clipper ship, San Francisco, 1978. And it did sell for the full asking of $17.95. This one's been listed since my bulk buckle buy. I don't know, it's been 8 to 10 months maybe, I'm not sure. And it sold for the full asking. My order earnings was $14.51. I paid $1 for this roughly, so made $13.51. This is a Build-A-Bear and Disney Winnie the Pooh Eeyore 2-piece outfit plush costume. And this, I've talked about this before, that if you see Build-A-Bears with outfits at thrift stores, a lot of Build-A-Bears aren't worth very much, but there is quite a few outfits that are. So definitely check them out. So I just bought the Build-A-Bear and then pulled this off of it and sold it for the full asking of $32.95 in about a month. And my order earnings was $26.97. I paid $1 for the Build-A-Bear with this outfit and made $25.97. This is 8 iced teaspoons Oneida Chateau Oneida Craft Deluxe Stainless Glossy Flatware. Sold for the full asking of $29.95. And my order earnings was $24.59 on this lot. And paid about $1.60 for all of them. And made it $22.99. This one is a Rogers Oneida Stainless Summer Mist / Autumn Glow set of 3 dinner forks. So my buyer actually purchased this one and the next lot at the same time, but purchased them, you know, without contacting about shipping. So I did end up refunding some shipping to her, and this one sold for the $19.95 and order earnings was $14.27. I refunded shipping on this one, that's why it seems a little low, and paid 60 cents for this lot and made $13.67. And then this is just the same exact lot. This one I took a best offer of $15 on, and my order earnings was $13.48, paid 60 cents again, $12.88 is my profit. This is a junior band harmonica brass reeds made in Germany, US zone, sold for a best offer of $20. Order earnings was $17.18, paid $5 at an estate sale for this, so a little, probably too much, and sold for $12.18. But I've sold some other harmonicas worth really good money, so worth trying. This is another lot of yarn. It's Fun Fur Lion brand eyelash yarn champagne skeins, lot of 4, and this one sold for the full asking of $14.95. I order earnings was $11.08. I paid about $2 for this lot and made $9.08. I'm trying to just go through these a little quick to try to keep the video at a decent length. This one is a brass mouse mice 5 and 6 inch pair figurine paperweight decor, lot of 2. I sent out a best offer of $18 for this one and made $13.33. Paid $2. I paid $1 each for these guys and made $11.33. These guys sold pretty quickly, a month or 2 if that. And this is a Marcella by K 8.5 by 8.5 insert sheets page protector scrapbook album. This sold for best offer of $8 and order earnings was $4.60. I paid 99 cents and made $3.61. Would probably not do this one again. I do pick up these kind of page protectors, but I usually like to pick them up in lots of 2 if I can. Those seem to be more worth it to do so. And I messed up a little on the shipping weight here as well, which is why my order earnings seems quite low on it. But not my best scrapbook item buy ever, but it is what it is. Here is a piece of Wedgwood blue-white jasperware cash pot planter handles made in England. This one, I couldn't really find exactly like it, so I kind of had to investigate a price myself and put it I sold it for a best offer of $40. My order earnings was $32.48. This came from my big lot of Wedgwood I bought on an online auction. So my cost was $7.50 roughly for this item, and my order earnings was $24.98. I have a lot of other Wedgwood items that had a higher profit, so it definitely evens out in the bulk buy, even though this seems a little high for this item. This is a, black Under Armour men's t-shirt, and it was size XL. I took a best offer of $18 for it. Order earnings was $14.48. I paid $4 for this at a thrift store, so definitely paid up, but it was new with tags and really easy to do, so that was fine. And made $10.48. This is not my best buy, but it's a Claude Monet Little Thinkers Unemployed Philosophers Guild 14-inch plush, and it sold for a best offer of $8 just to get it out of my hair. It was listed probably a couple months, and my order earnings was $5.45. I paid $1 for this at a thrift store, so made $4.45. Not a great buy. One I probably am going to aim against. You know, it's definitely below the profit I like to have per item of $10. And then this is a Winchester men's trap skeet shooting hunting vest, size medium, and it sold for the full asking of $28.95. Probably been listed about 6 months. My order earnings was $23.45. I believe I paid $5 for this at an estate sale. It actually might have been less, but it was $5 or less, and so my order earnings, or my profit, was roughly $18.45. And then just one last item. We have an Animal Adventure Purple Blue Unicorn 8-inch plush stuffed animal Easter egg bow. Sold for the full asking of $9.95. It's been listed at least a year. So order earnings was $7.69. I paid $1 and made $6.69. So not a great profit, but again, it's an easy item. So you list 10 of these easy items in an hour, that equals up to a good amount of money. That's why I'm okay with those kind of profits on these items. So that is all of the rest of the items I sold this week, and not a bunch of heavy hitters in this video, just a lot of bread and butter, but I am, back to listing very regularly, so things should continue to pick up. So now let's go and talk about the numbers. Okay, so for this video, my profit was $290.57 for these 23 listings. The previous video, it was $431.49. So that gives me a total raw profit of $722.06. But now let's talk about shipping supplies. So on these videos, I do an average amount to take out for shipping supplies, because I'll go crazy if I start trying to see exactly how much I do per item. And so I do 75 cents per listing. That's high, honestly. I could probably do 50 to 60 cents because I do use a fair amount of free boxes. I use priority boxes. I get some free packing materials, but I feel comfortable at 75 cents that it gives a fair assessment of my profit for you guys. So from 53 listings at 75 cents a piece, that's going to deduct $39.75 for my shipping supplies. So with that off, it would be $682.31. Now let's factor in for taxes. So I am not a tax expert, guys, so please don't take what I am taking out as the golden rule. You need to look at your own numbers and what your business is. I tend to do 25%, and that would be $170.58 of this paycheck. And when we minus that out from the $682, that's going to be $511.73 is my absolute net take-home pay for this week. And now, is that a great number? Not really for me. So when I am doing this, I like to aim for, after everything is deducted, I really like to aim into the $750 to $850 plus range. And I was doing that before my life kind of got turned upside down in March. So I know that it's going to be possible to get back up to that. So for now, $511, if that's all I made in a week for many weeks, it would pay the bare minimum of all my bills and necessities. So it's not terrible. It's not going to allow me to thrive like I would like to in life, but it's going to pay all my necessities. So if you're looking at this video and going, that's not worth it, just know that this is what some weeks are like. Some are going to be less than others. I'm still happy with it, and I was happy to be able to share it with you to, again, show realities of being a full-time reseller. So I just want to say thank you as always for watching, guys. I will have some more videos out here soon, and so we'll just see you on the next one.